And happy Mother's Day to all of you and all the mothers in the house tonight. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, happy Mother's Day.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I've returned again for the last softball recap of the 2023 season. I know it's a little bit late, but I definitely wanted to let enough time go by, even though the last softball doubleheader was almost a week ago on Friday, May 12th, because commencement was Saturday. Was I in the graduating class? No, I was in last year's graduating class. And also and also, as I mentioned, it's this last softball doubleheader against UC Davis. And but before I get into that, hey, subscribe if you haven't. Helps the algorithm, helps me out. I'm definitely warmed by all the support. Closing in on 9,900 subscribers. And not gonna lie, I want to do this full time, so I appreciate all the subscriptions. And once again, I took some shots from the game, some B-roll here, all on my phone. So you'll see them on this video. In fact, you've already seen one snippet right now. So let's get started. Okay, now, final softball doubleheader was against UC Davis, as I said earlier. Unfortunately, it ended in a double whammy for the University of Hawaii because they fell in the first game. They fell in the first game 6-1 and fell in the second game 5-2. And that first game was actually a little longer than normal because of not one, but two rain delays. And that was probably the only fun I had from the whole game, pretty much. Not going to lie. It was senior night, but it was a senior night. But I think you probably would say that with losing two times, that was a senior nightmare for them. But still, I'm not going to go this route, but I still think that the University of Hawaii still had a successful season with 30 victories. I do believe they did let a few games slip through their fingers, but still, 30 wins, certainly not anything to cry over. That's the most they've logged in the last 4 years. In 2019, when they actually had 33 wins, they ended up with 30 tonight. But unfortunately, the one thing they couldn't get was a 3-0 series against a team. So, unfortunately, it ended in tragedy. And I'm going to talk about that first game first. But when UC Davis got on the board first, I started getting pretty concerned because the University of Hawaii tried everything they could, but nothing worked. Not until the 6th inning. And the only one who logged a run in that first game was Amanda Ajari, one of the seniors, and that was off Kaena Kili, or excuse me, Haley Johnson RBI, and unfortunately, there wasn't a lot to talk about in the second game. Why? Because they ended up losing 5-2. And both of the runs that UH got was only in the third inning. Other than that, they were shut out.
Oh, yeah! Go, go, go! Yeah!
But in the first game, they made 2 errors and logged only 1 run and that was in the 6th inning. But UC Davis, they had Hawaii covered in every corner. But props to them because they got 2 runs in the 1st inning. Then we had they had 1 run, then a rain delay, and then they got another run. Then we had another rain delay. And then after that, it was all UC Davis because they got 1 run in the final 4 innings for the final arithmetic of 6-1. And then in the second game was almost a carbon copy because UH got on the board second again. UC Davis got on the board first with 2 runs in the 2nd inning. And then that's like starting a motorcycle. That's like kick-starting a motorcycle because UH could not get anything started until Sarah Bartolotti got a home run. And then they got another run courtesy of I have the story up on HawaiiAthletics.com. And that was on senior night for the homer for Sarah Bartolotti. That's her 4th career, as HawaiiAthletics.com reports. And then Isabella Martinez belts an RBI. And then Kaena Kili'inoi gets the run to tie it up. Unfortunately, after that, UC Davis scored 3 more runs, and that was it. Hawaii never logged another run at all. And that's why I say that no matter what they tried, nothing worked. It's really tough, I mean, especially to lose both of your games on senior night. That's major, major frustrating. And, the one thing that really stood out of why I think that they lost was because Maya Nakamura did not play because she was in the graduating class of 2023. So congrats to Maya. Obviously, I do think she would have made a difference. And another girl that I think would have made a difference as well, Dallas Millwood. But unfortunately, they lost her early to a foot injury, I think. But hopefully she can come back, and hopefully Maya Nakamura comes back for next season as well. Because I guarantee you, if they didn't lose Dallas Millwood, UH may very well have pulled off a 3-0 series. Not going to lie. Because they got the talent, they got the skill. Unfortunately, there are times where they just don't have the luck. And unfortunately, in the last game, in the last doubleheader, that luck just was not there. They got 3 runs, but 1 in the first game, 2 in the second. But not gonna lie, those rain delays are probably more fun than the whole game. But one thing's for sure, the softball team does know how to get down when it comes to rain delays because they play music the whole time during the rain delays. And like I said, that was probably the only fun I had because I didn't really get home until 11 that night. And I just kind of wanted to take it in, I didn't really talk to a lot of people there. But hey, you know what? Get back up on that saddle and, I think we'll be in for a good season next year. Unfortunately, they're losing the seniors in Amanda Ajari, Sarah Bartolotti, Princess Matavao, and Rachel Bueller-Saberin. And again, that's from the Bueller nickname. That's from Ferris Bueller. But do I know how she got the nickname? No, absolutely not. And I did see the broadcast on Spectrum, and who was handling the play-by-play analysis or the analyst? Actually, one of them was Kelly Majum, one of the softball greats, and it was nice to see her again. Although I certainly wasn't interested in softball until last year when I covered the last 6 home games for Kaleo. And so, honestly, to be perfect, honestly, as far as a grade is concerned, I mean, they tried hard. I mean, just nothing worked. So, but like I said, you cannot say that they didn't try. You know, like I said, you cannot say that the University of Hawaii did not try. So that's why I'm probably giving them a B minus because of the fact that they just kept trying. They dealt the hand they played the hand they were dealt. They came through with the win the night before against against UC Davis. That was 3-2, and as luck would have it, that was the one game that was not televised. And it's little things like that that make me feel like that a lot of these softball games should be televised because I mean I know Spectrum has a lot of people that has so much people that they can only pick one sport or so. That I mean that's probably how it works. I don't know, but there are times where the softball team can provide some excitement. And if you saw my past recap, that's an example of one.
Yeah! Oh! Go! Okay. Oh! Yeah! You got it! You got it! You got it!
That's the thing. Softball can provide entertainment any given day. And if you saw one of my prior recaps for the UC Riverside doubleheader, when Bella Martinez belted that grand slam.
Oh, there you go. Out of here! Grand slam! You did it! Yeah, baby!
And another home run for the catcher, number 23, Isabella Martinez.
That's good stuff that Spectrum is missing. Not gonna lie, to see them get a grand slam, and the only bummer is that's why I say that the only thing I'm sorry about is that game was not televised. And I even wrote a story down here. I'll include a link in the description. I did also include a link. In that link, I did also reference one of University of Hawaii water polo games where Bridget Layburn had threw the ball the whole length of the pool, and it just barely made it into the goal in the second overtime period to turn back Cal. And the whole time I saw that shot on the news, and I saw that shot on the news, and the only thing and when I looked on HawaiiAthletics.com and saw that game was not televised, I took to social media saying, the only thing I'm sorry about is that game was not televised. That's the thing. Because Spectrum, they're missing some damn good moments from other sports like water polo and softball. I mean, yeah, they don't televise some of the baseball games, but hey, they're worth televising, some of them are anyway. And of course, University of Hawaii basketball team had one game that wasn't televised, not counting their exhibition matchup against UH Hilo, and that was against Hawaii Pacific, and that was probably their best showing. So, obviously, anyway, back to softball. Do I still think they had a successful season? Absolutely. They did pick up some wins against some teams that I'm sure they probably didn't think they'd get, or possibly not go 3-0 against, but maybe go 2-1 over. Because last season I asked Kaena Kili'inoi if she was satisfied with the season, and she said that last season the Cal Poly series was the one where they really thought they beat themselves. And I looked online, they got swept by Cal Poly 3-0. So then they go to Cal Poly. That's where Zhao Jin is from, or San Luis Obispo. They end up getting 2 wins over them. They couldn't complete the sweep, which is a bummer. But the fact that they were still able to kind of right the wrong, that fills a void in my book. But the fact that they went winless against Cal State Fullerton and went 1-2 against Long Beach State and UC Davis, that kind of put the writing on the wall, and they ended up finishing tied for 5th. I know my story might say 6th, but they're really 5th because of overall wins. So obviously, or I think, or they probably go by win percentage. But anyway, softball, they're really going to have to. I hope they get Dallas Millwood back. I hope they get Maya Nakamura back. And they're ending the year on a downer because, as it says in my story, their shortstop Jaden Nielsen is entering the transfer portal. So, obviously, Hawaii is certainly not immune to the transfer portal. No university is. But my philosophy there is if you commit to a university, stay there all 4 years. I mean, if you don't get as much playing time as you'd like, so what? Yeah, it's easy for me to say because I'm not the one who's playing, but still, if you commit to playing here, sooner or later, you're going to get that court time that you deserve.
Catch it! Yeah!
So, but, that's my philosophy. And, of course, as an update on the men's basketball team, they did lose 4 guys to the transfer portal. Zor Ned landed at UH Hilo. Beon Riley transferred to Utah Tech. Justice Jackson to Tennessee Martin. And just recently, Amaro Lotto transferred to Lindenwood. So they're obviously losing some guys that could be potential starters. And that's the kind of thing that sucks about the transfer portal, you're losing guys. The colleges are losing guys that would certainly be potential starters sooner or later. So obviously they're going to have to add some depth, and whether it's baseball or basketball or softball, they're going to have to add a lot of depth. And if they can get the crowds to come back with a star player, they might get some interest back in the University of Hawaii athletics. Maybe not football right now because, they've been still rebuilding since Nick Rolovich left. But, anyway, as far as softball is concerned, if they can find another Kelly Majum or Jessica Iwata, 2 superstars at the University of Hawaii, they're going to certainly be on the radar. And as for basketball, if they can find another local product like Samutsa Avea, they'll be good to go. Obviously, I know those searches can't be obviously those searches are never easy, and I would imagine never fun because you never know if they're going to play here or play on the mainland. Because obviously the mainland does have a lot more opportunities. Whereas in contrast with us, the University of Hawaii, we're geographically not connected with the continental U.S., which does make it a problem at times. Because sometimes, you can't blame the kid for being homesick or anything, or not liking the school, or having trouble with the coaching staff. But still, it is what it is. So anyway, as far as this final softball doubleheader goes, I definitely would give them a B- because they kept trying everything. The softball team did, but the fact that nothing worked, it's just really disappointing. I went home pretty disappointed that night too, because like I said, I didn't really get home until after 11. And you know, it's really hard to do a video after a game where you get shut out twice, or not shut out but completely schooled, and you're only held to 3 runs. And on top of all that, it's just really no fun.
Catch it.
And if it weren't for those rain delays, I probably might not have done a video. I might have just done a live stream. But anyway, they still had softball still had a successful season. Obviously, they're going to have to do better to get to the post game, but because it's been over 10 years since, because it's actually been 10 years since University of Hawaii made it to the postseason. 2013 was that last time. I know, obviously, since then, I think those were the days. I think 2013, those were the days of girls like Kelly Majum and Jessica Iwata, and I think Stephanie Ricketts. But anyway, yeah, they're gonna have to add some people, especially with losing someone like Jaden Nielsen. But with returning players like Bella Martinez, I'm sure she'll be back, and I'm sure Maya Leah Bethia will be back as well. And those two girls I mentioned, hey, keep an eye on them, because they can bomb homers any given day. That will certainly get Jocelyn Alo's attention. Not gonna lie, because they can bomb. Like I said, they can bomb homers any day, and can help the team out for sure. Now, obviously, for those of you who don't know, Jocelyn Alo, she was at Oklahoma. She's actually a Hau'ula native. And I'll tell you, we certainly could have used someone like her. Not going to lie. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, you can't really blame them for picking opportunities on the mainland, or if they choose to stay home. Of course, you like them to stay home and be a Rainbow Warrior. But hey, it is what it is. Of course, there is a chance they could transfer home, but it's up to them, really. So anyway, obviously, just before I wrap it up, you know, the doubleheader was a disappointment, but I still think that they tried their best. Obviously, I'm sure they like to have some games back, but obviously, it is what it is. I'm not mad or anything. I'm not mad or anything with the season. I thought it went pretty well. I know that they did the best that they could do, but obviously, senior night was a disaster. I would have liked them to get at least one win, but it is what it is. I mean, props to Davis. I mean, obviously, I guess that's the reason why they got some good players like Anna Dethlefsen and Bella Pahulu. And those girls are good. And they got the record they got that for a reason. And obviously, softball, I think it's kind of an even playing field, because unless you have one superstar like Jocelyn Alo, you're definitely not going to stand out from the rest. So, anyway, guys, that's all for today. So I'll see you all again. I will do some more softball recaps next year in 2024. But still, hope you enjoy my recaps. I don't know if I'll be doing any recaps of the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship, but hey, we'll see what happens. So anyway, guys, that's all for today. You'll see some more of my B-roll as we end this video. But for now, well, I'm a punter, everyone.
Okay, let me get my gun.
Yeah! Go, go, go!
Come on, Millie!
Yeah! Strikeout! Oh! Yeah! Go, 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 go! Come on! Yeah! What? What?